North Carolina State Highway Patrol.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
A contributing factor to our juvenile delinquency of today.
Rock and roll has got to go.
And welcome back to the Hometown Holler. I'm Daniel Ayers.
And I'm Quinn Ray.
Well, hey, man.
Merry Christmas, Quinn.
Merry Christmas, Daniel.
I got you something special.
What is that?
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, man. Is that the Daniel?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be.
Just kidding. I did not get you Conway Twitty.
Well, damn.
I thought really hard about, bringing it back from the dead, doing a whole
Sure.
like Frankenstein thing, but I thought that would probably not look great on camera. So we're going to do something a little different.
Okay.
So you know that my sister's in a band.
I do.
And my brother-in-law's in a band.
They are.
And they're in a band together.
Okay.
Chatham Rabbits. And I brought them right here to the Holler.
Oh, I love the Chatham Rabbits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chatham Rabbits.
Y'all, we're Chatham Rabbits. My name is Sarah. This is my husband, Austin. And my brother is Daniel Ayers of Hometown Holler. And so there's a little bit of nepotism going on here for our visit today. But we are so thrilled to be here. And we're going to play a song now that's a new one.
Yeah, we have never released this before.
What's it about?
And it's about how much I hate the North Carolina summers.
So very appropriate for a
Today is the quintessential day for me in North Carolina.
cold, rainy.
We get like 8 of them a year, but yeah, it's like cold and rainy. It's perfect.
Yucky, horrible, but Austin loves it.
It's called Naked Trees. I can feel the air changing, bringing the summer rain in. Perfect excuse for skipping, pulling weeds in the garden. And the last days of spring, giving way to the summer heat. I know when April turns to May, it'll be harder than I can take.
Sleeves fall to the ground. Orange, yellow, red, they're turning brown, and then they're dead, and then it's naked trees for miles and miles around.
Well, my neighbor gave me permission to use his pond for fishing. He said good luck catching one longer than 10 inches. And they finally took the tarp off the pool at the city park. And we said we'd cannonball once a week until the fall.
How long will I have to wait until the first
Man, wasn't that something?
Man, Chatham Rabbits rock.
I know. And
I first discovered them. I was just, I don't have cable, and so I have the PBS app. And
really, is that you saw them on the PBS?
Yeah, I did. I saw them on
the PBS.
The PBS app, right? They had a whole series.
I know we were talking about you guys like you're not here, but you're right across.
We're right here.
That's right.
You were getting our oil changed, and we happened to be on the TV. Is that what it was happening?
Well, I was like, man, this band costs through COVID, it shut all the music industry down and stuff. And then I saw this trailer of literally a trailer, a trailer of a trailer,
Trailerception.
Yeah,
trailer within
it was
a trailer.
like this band that was traveling around the country, being with a trailer pulled behind, playing music in neighborhoods. And I was like, who is that? And Daniel was like, that's my sister and brother-in-law. I'm like, bullshit.
That's my gene pool. Yeah. Yeah.
He was proud of that moment, I'm sure.
So proud.
Yes. You're on PBS. I'm like, that's Sesame Street.
We're
that's
all
Mr.
here,
Rogers.
but we're not all there, Quinn. Okay? Yeah, right up there with frickin' Zaboomafoo.
Fair.
That's awesome. You guys get to share the marquee with Zaboomafoo,
I know,
Arthur,
DW.
Ken Burns. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I
am
am like DW reincarnate, like the assertive sister in the family.
So we're gonna start off by talking about Arthur. I'm cool with that. If
Okay,
that's
I mean,
what
let's take it
Did you
there.
watch Arthur, Quinn?
I did watch Arthur. It was mainly when, I grew up in school when they would bring in on a rolling tray.
Yeah.
Like
When the
TV.
teacher was hungover,
Totally.
they would bring in like
Yeah,
the
and
VCR.
so we would have that, and that's
Show a
how I
movie.
got most of it.
Dude, yeah, I have some wild memories with that rolling cart TV.
It's real.
I'm pretty sure I watched 9/11 on one of those.
In the moment?
God.
Yeah,
When you said
it was
wild,
in,
I wouldn't.
it was in the third grade.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow. We are
yeah.
2 minutes into this, and
This is
you have
heavy.
taken
I'm just
us.
being honest. Like, it's a very nostalgic memory. It's like the rounded screen and
Yeah.
the big block.
It was an
TV.
iconic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was a
was,
thing.
totally.
Kids
I
these days have with their iPads.
They
I'm
have
not going to
no
go
idea.
into my 9/11 story, but I saw it in school too, but it was hanging from the corner of the classroom, not a rolling cart.
Well, Daniel and I would not know anything about that because we were homeschooled.
We were homeschooled. We had to be told about 9/11 by our parents
Oh,
because we were
fair.
watching TV. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was
Do you
actually-
remember what we
How
had
do
to do?
Quakers describe such an event?
Man, are we doing? We're starting the Christmas special with
Yeah.
9/11
Sorry,
reminiscences.
No.
So we are doing a Christmas special. I would like my glass filled. They need some glass filled.
Well, I'll tell you what we should do. We have a very special bottle that I
Yes.
think we should pull out
Ooh.
from
Okay.
our friends from Maria and Katie at the Military Family Foundation. They brought us. Bring it out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh,
Whoa.
Valor.
Yeah, this is the
Oh
Beehawk
my gosh.
from down in Moore County.
That's
Wait,
so
the
nice.
Beehawk?
Yeah, like Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So this is Sergeant's Valor Select Bourbon. We actually, we're gonna be sampling this live
Okay, excellent.
in the reel.
Well,
so.
isn't that nice of them to send
Are
that
they a
to y'all?
sponsor of y'all's?
They are not. They're just
not,
friends of
but-
the holler.
Yeah.
What
they
if we
just-
hate it?
And
Well, we're not because it's a USA Spirits rating. It's gold.
It's
Okay.
gold.
Yeah,
It
and
is-
anything
That's gonna
gold
be
you
great.
don't hate, or Trump will hate you.
I'm gonna open
That's
this.
right. Buckle up.
America.
But
You did it perfectly.
That was so good. That sound
All right.
never
I
gets
can't serve
old.
myself
It never
first.
gets
It's
old.
awesome. You guys. And I
Belly
gotta
up to
ask,
the
Are
bar.
we gonna do ladies first? Is
Yeah,
that,
that's right.
Is that still cool?
Chivalry is
on-
not dead.
Chivalry is not dead.
So I have to
That's
ask.
plenty. Whoa, babe. That's
Oh,
enough.
Yeah.
I asked you guys to come in holiday attire.
Yes.
And I
Austin
know-
came in black.
and I had to bring the Santa hat.
I'm Johnny Cash on Christmas Day.
There you go.
Come on.
And then Sarah, I know that you have, as long as we've been siblings, been really interested in the welfare of animals.
Absolutely.
And like So I guess anti cruelty-free clothing.
PETA all
so
the
I just
way.
find it interesting that you chose to wear what looks to be like wild Grinch pelt.
Yeah. Well, sue me.
Yeah.
Sue me, Daniel.
Was that poached?
You know this.
Because the Grinch is on the endangered species list.
There is
There's only
one of
one.
them, and now
There's only
he's
one.
dead. And he
She went
is.
Grinch hunting.
No, you
but
can
I
just
was
say,
out of town.
how about this? It's sustainable. They sheared him.
He's not. Yeah, they didn't actually take.
We have a Grinch farm on the
It's-
family land now.
Cruelty-free.
No, in all seriousness, and those of you that are watching on YouTube or on socials after the fact, you will see this sweater. This is actually a sweater that my Daniel and I's grandmother gave me that she wore when she was on the Guilford County School Board back in the 70s.
Well, how do I feel now?
So, so
Grandma
I think,
killed the Grinch,
I
not
think-
sister.
I think you need to apologize to Nancy Joe. She's gonna be pissed.
and we know Nancy Jo watches because she comments all the time.
Oh,
so
I
Nancy
called
Jo,
her on the
thank
way
you.
over here, and she said, "You better be funny." And I was
You
like,
better.
"Okay."
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
cheers, y'all.
Yeah,
Merry
cheers.
Christmas,
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers.
This is
Merry
going to be a good
Christmas.
time.
Yeah, let's clink some glasses. There we go.
Clink,
Clink, clink, clink. Love it. Love
So
it.
I asked you guys to, man, this is just going to be
Ooh,
a
that's good.
fun, yeah, actually, let me try it before
That's
I run my mouth.
actually.
It is. It's kind of sweet.
That's nice.
very
I can
good.
handle
It's very
that.
Man,
Sarah
that's
wants
awesome.
more.
That is
I was gonna
delicious.
say, we got to have Katie Marie back to,
Yes.
to
That's been
Well,
one of
look
the
us
cool
up.
perks about doing this holler. For some reason, we drank whiskey one time on one episode, and then next thing you know, like guests just started showing up with bottles of whiskey for us, and we're like, "This is cool." Like,
This
I mean,
is-
Wow.
you think we're alcoholics, but we enjoy the
But
whiskey.
tis the season.
Tis
you
the
know?
season.
yeah. Man, this is great. Really enjoying this. So,
So it's our holiday special, and we thought we were gonna do something different. This is a little palate cleanser for everybody. We just
I don't know about you guys. Are you guys like tired of politics? Because
Oh
I'm
my
like, I'm
God.
so fucking tired of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People assume that Quinn and I just like love politics because that's what we spend a lot of time talking about North Carolina and politics and stuff. But like, I'm so over it.
Well, I think it's really funny because I worry that people think that that we are in a decidedly we do not get political at our shows or like on our socials for a reason.
Sure.
And I worry on the opposite side. I'm like, do people like know how informed we are and how anguished and how worried we are or like concerned? And so like it's kind of the opposite thing. But to answer your question, we are both burnt the F out and very much looking forward to just laughing.
Just
Yeah.
vibing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And, you know, it's tough because you see people when a musical artist gets political, like Roger Waters, like he does
Man,
not.
he gets so political.
Right,
He and
right.
I share a birthday, by the way.
oh,
September
wow.
6th.
That's a
There
factoid. But you see folks that comment and stuff and like leave politics out of it. We're just here for the music, and I get it, right? But he's also Roger Waters. He's like, "Fuck you! I don't need you.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can do what I
He
want."
opens his shows by firing an MP40 and his audience. Have
Okay.
you seen that?
That's
he
a
walks out and
whole
like
level of-
it's because it's the whole Pink Floyd The Wall. He's like personifying a like rock star who's gotten to like a fascist
Oh,
delusion.
my.
But anyway, he gets away with a lot.
Yeah.
That's a whole
but
other
You and I
level.
could not walk out and like fake.
Who was
Yeah,
the
that's
artist
just-
that would bite the head off a dove?
That was Ozzy.
That was
That was
it was a
Ozzy.
bat.
Yeah,
It was a bat?
not a
The,
dove.
Oh my
the
God.
bird
Not a dove.
was Alice
that's
Cooper.
sacrilegious.
Oh, Alice Cooper.
Yeah, Alice Cooper
Oh, it's
would do
Cooper.
that stuff.
Oh.
But nonetheless, I mean, I get where you're
Yeah.
coming from because
Man.
where you guys are at, right? Like you're doing this for a living. This is your livelihood. So like you've got to walk a tight line.
Well-
but I did see one time, which I was like, that is dope. You were playing one show.
this is cool.
And there was
Yeah.
a bunch of protesters, the hecklers.
Oh, yes.
And like you just played louder.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that was a couple of years ago. We played at a festival called Bristol Rhythm and Roots in Bristol, Tennessee / Virginia, right there on the state line. And we had a set at a really great stage. We were stoked about our time slot and everything, but we happened to be on the stage that was adjacent to like the exterior of the festival. So if you didn't have a ticket, you could like come up to the guardrail and listen. And unbeknownst to us, some folks from is it Westboro Baptist? Does
Yeah,
that
it
sound
sounds
right?
like something. I don't know for
The
sure.
ones
but
that
just
love everybody.
context
Yeah.
clues.
The
they,
crazy Baptist.
The people who pick at the soldiers'
Yes,
funerals. Yeah,
yes,
that's,
exactly.
yeah, mhm.
They decided to come to this festival to protest because there were lots of LGBTQIA folks at the festival. But they picked the most heterosexual, boring couple to protest. So they came
Which
to
was you guys.
which is us.
Dang,
And
that's a harsh pill to
They
swallow.
came to our set and brought megaphones and awful signs and yelled and were just hateful our entire set. And so we had cops that were there and they were like,
They
let
couldn't
it
do
rip.
anything,
The
though.
cops couldn't do anything because it's
Yeah,
freedom of speech,
that's right.
But they were like, let it
Freedom
rip.
of speech.
So we moved our.
Austin hates the First Amendment.
That's right.
Headline.
So we moved our monitors and all the speakers and tilted them towards the protesters, and we ended the whole set. I mean, and they were there the whole time. But we did Bob Dylan's "Blowing in the Wind" as our last song.
Oh, that's so dope.
And people from all walks of life that totally, I'm sure all these people probably voted differently and like major expanse of the folks that were in our audience, but they were all anti-hate and they
Yeah.
did not like that these people were ruining this beautiful musical moment. And finally, after everybody was singing Blowing in the Wind with us, those dudes walked away.
Oh, that's so cool.
But one of our fans did pour a water bottle down their megaphone and got arrested.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was
That's why
cool.
we have fans, though.
That's why we have
do.
fans. So,
Yep.
yeah. But you're right, Quinn. Like, there are moments where it's like, okay, this is just about being a human and like doing the right thing. And I also, just to piggyback on all of this, to clarify, like, I think it is, and the reason we have chosen in our music and in our platform to remain largely apolitical is because we want people from all walks of life to come to our shows. And if we set up
You're not apolitical, you're pro-community.
I should say that.
Yeah.
Apolitical is not the right word. Pro-community, and we can't get people in the door if we feel like if we isolate them from the get-go. And we can't share a message if they're never, like, their butt isn't in the seat in the first place. So
Because the people that need to hear the message, you know, you're going to isolate them from the beginning,
Right.
if you put it out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. I
that makes
respect
sense.
that. It does make sense.
And like, what is the goal here in this country right now? If we're unhappy and disgruntled, is like we want to see change happen.
Yeah, and we have to understand each other as a precondition for that change.
It has,
right?
and like
Yeah.
acceptance is a part of that. Not acceptance of their beliefs, but like acceptance of them as people, as like humans that are also like. I would say that there's evil in the world and there's really bad stuff, but like most people are they're doing what they believe is the best for society, and that's a major commonality that you can work with. Like, how do you just change their mind that like what they think is best for society isn't? It's not like saying that they're a bad person.
Santa.
Oh wow, harsh pivot.
Did Santa wrap gifts or did he not wrap gifts?
Well, in Daniel and I's household, Santa, for the most part, did not wrap.
Yeah.
Was not a rapper.
It was very environmentally conscientious.
I think
Yeah.
in my household it depended on how many cookies he ate. If he ate too
Yeah.
many, he's not wrapping anything. He's got to move on. He's tired.
Right, because he would arrive and wrap on site.
On site. For
Yeah,
sure.
kind of bespoke wrapping services.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it
That's how
depends
worked.
on. Yeah.
Santa didn't wrap at my house.
Yeah.
You would wake up in the morning and like Santa came.
But some people prefer that. Some people, like I knew some kids who liked, when Santa would rap.
Are we talking about like wrapping gifts, or are we talking about Santa rapping?
Both. I mean, he would break it down every now and then. I mean, Santa's hip.
I'm
Well, like-
Santa. Hey.
Well, that was a discussion me and my wife had, right? Like, I mean, I have two youngins, and like Santa came to her house in Maryland. I think it's like folks that are close to the Mason-Dixon
Yeah,
line
I think the
or
further
above.
up towards the Yankees you go, the more there's a rapper, there's a relationship.
I have a
correlation.
With the North Pole and location bias, with
Yes.
where Santa is able to get to first. So by the time he gets down to North
my
Carolina,
data pool is
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
and the one shows me that
I think
that's the case.
I think there's a striking correlation.
it's got to be.
Do you think that Santa really has control over the elves? Like, is it the elves' choice to rap?
I try not to think too much about the labor dynamics.
Austin,
of the
you're
North
taking
Pole.
this episode.
Are we talking
that
about
is
like
supposed to be.
is Santa like in the top 1% and he's kind of controlling everyone below?
This is-
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Austin.
Santa-
There's
Santa's-
no question.
Like I said, I prefer to just look the other way.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm here. We're at a holiday special, and for the first time on a Hometown Holler episode, like I'm the fourth wheel. Yeah, we've got Daniel, we've got his sister,
Right.
we've got brother-in-law.
That's right.
And I'm outside of this family
yeah,
dynamic.
not in the circle of trust.
I am not in the circle of trust. So I would like to know a little bit about like any like family secrets, holiday traditions.
Well, I'm so glad you asked,
boy.
Quinn.
Okay.
So glad.
I'd like all of us to reach under our seats and the very bottom of your seat.
No,
Are you
didn't.
are you kidding me?
Oh,
No,
you
I'm dead
sure?
serious.
You sure?
I totally did.
You
What
surprised
is
me.
this?
Wait, am I gonna?
I feel something.
Oh my!
Oh,
I am not doing this again.
Daniel, you're so good. You tricked
you.
me.
Oh,
All right,
Daniel.
so for the second time in Hometown Holler history, we are going to play the North Carolina Education Lottery. And before we do this, before I ask you to tell the story, I just want to say the lottery is a tax on poverty. It is a tax on the poor. It is an unethical institution. I oppose it. That all being said,
Let's get the Rabbits to do one more song.
let's before we
Before we win a bunch of money.
Before we win Holiday 100s, let's do a tune. How about that?
Sounds great.
Y'all play one for us?
You got it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
We're going to do a tune for y'all now that we put on our last record. And this is a song I wrote after a very fun but hangover-inducing weekend in New Orleans.
the last night, my last memory of our night in New Orleans was like after a lot of beverages, and I was sitting under a pool table, stroking the little twirly tassely things around the four corners of a pool table, and just
She's like, Austin, they're so amazing.
They're so soft.
They're soft.
It was a whole vibe, and I went home that night and was extremely upset with myself, just downright pissed off about how I felt like I had ruined the rest of our vacation because of my fun in that evening. And I came home from that trip and I bought a clean juice cleanse, and I was like, I'm never drinking again, and I'm behaving. And
we went to a cocktail bar right before this taping.
Exactly. And so life hasn't changed, and I've just learned that like I need to give myself grace, and I need to just like live between the ditches and not try to like be this huge like pendulum swinging personality. And so I wrote a tune about it, and it's called Pool Shark's Table. I got tangled in a braid of a bull shark's table, like the one from the living room, when I fell asleep with a lab named Daisy, and I didn't sleep till noon. But this time I was in New Orleans, trying to do it right. But those juicy, hazy IPAs, they get me every time. But I slept the next day away so angry, and myself, after years of masks and lung collapse, I made my bed to jail. And I was in the Crescent City, but couldn't make it into town. And my head was pounding like the drinks that night, so I laid it back down. But someday soon I'll be caught, and I'd stop if I wanted to, but I do not, and I should get my thrill another way. It will catch up to me someday. Well, you wouldn't think that I could steal, but I assure you that I can. Took an Afghan and a coffee mug from a vacant house back then, and I drove by it so many times it was due to be torn down. So I drank too much and I clipped the fence and landed belly on the ground. And like a thief took what called out to me, headed home wanting more, and I woke up with a sober mind, pleased with my reward. But someday soon I'll be caught, and I'd stop if I wanted to, but I do not, and I should get my thrill another way. But it will catch up to me someday. Well, the Piedmont Hills, they will fill you up like a scoop of something rich, and I wish they were enough for me to fill my empty dish. And I'd order down a straw from God and pay whatever it is worth, and take a sip from the ridge, and I'd fill myself with earth. But someday soon I'll be caught, and I'd stop if I wanted to, but I do not, and I should get my thrill another way. And it will catch up to me someday. I should get my thrill another way. And it will catch up to me someday. That is a very do as I say, not as I do type of song. Oh my gosh.
Hazy's get you every time.
Oh
Every
yeah,
time,
that's
man.
right. That is my.
The
That
older
is
I get,
my-
the more my acid reflux acts up, and I can't do the hazies
I know.
anymore.
That is my beverage of choice, though. I love a hazy IPA.
Well, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Oh,
Thank you guys.
thanks.
And I'll
Our
tell you what's
pleasure.
going to be awesome. Winning some cash.
All right,
Okay,
let's
here
see.
we go.
So
it-
this is the second time that I've gotten a lottery card from you, Daniel.
Yes, it is. It is. Don't get used to it. Do we want to do the story before or after we scratch?
Well,
I think we
y'all
s-
have gotten lottery tickets before from Daniel?
Unfortunately,
That's
yes.
story time.
I
We
don't
gotta do the
trust.
story.
The only reason I might trust this is we all got one that looks similar.
They all
but
look the same.
One of my
Your first
well,
Christmas with the
my
Osborne
first
family.
Christmas with the Osborne family had a lot of wild happenings.
How long were you dating Sarah before the first Christmas?
Not long.
6 months, maybe.
5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
5 or 6
Oh,
months.
so this is new.
Yeah.
It's pretty new, and I surprised Sarah, and I came for Christmas. and
Showed up on the doorstep.
I think your dad helped me sneak in the house behind a wood pile.
Yeah.
Like
We
for the
we
wood
snuck you
stove.
in. Yeah.
I was
Really?
like- I'm like
Yeah.
Davy Crockett over here. I forgot the wood.
But he surprised, which
great.
was great, and then you stayed for 10 days.
I stayed for 10 days.
And
it
I
was
was
way
like-
I way overstayed my welcome.
Did you live somewhere else?
I lived in Wilmington. Well, no. My family was in Wilmington. I ditched them for Christmas, and I stayed for 10 days. Sarah's exchange student from Japan was in town, and so I ended up hanging out with Daniel quite a bit, actually. We had some fun adventures,
We
which
will.
I would like to talk about at some point.
I
but-
feel like that's fair. I got you with the lottery. You're going to get me with whatever's coming.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
Oh, I can't
but,
wait.
Yeah.
This is so
well,
good.
actually, I was really, it was really more of a poor reflection on me in the end. But
Well, we give gifts, you know.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we were doing the gift thing and all that, and I got like 3 or 4 lottery tickets from you and Will. I barely know them.
Yeah.
You know, like especially Will. I hadn't known him very much at all, and so I get the lottery tickets. And Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong, but my recollection is the first couple ones I scratch off.
Yeah.
I don't win.
Yeah, you lost. Yeah.
Lost or whatever. And I get
That
to
last ticket, man.
I get to the last ticket and I'm scratching it, and the grand prize is like $500,000.
Oh shit!
Right.
Yeah.
And if I had scratched it and I won $500,000, I probably wouldn't have said a word about it. I would have gone to the gas station and been like, "Thank you guys, good night. I have
fun knowing
an
this
obligation.
family."
Mom, come get
I'm
me.
done.
I got a life to live.
Yeah, I'm going to Mexico and later. You know?
Goodbye, Alamance County.
Yeah, get me out of here.
But you didn't win $500,000.
No, I didn't win $500,000. I won $2,500, which
Still
is like
life-
I was like 23, dude. That's life changing
Oh,
money.
dude, cars
Like, I
paid
can
off.
do-
We're good.
I can do anything I want. And so I scratched it off, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I
He
won 20."
jumped in
I
the air
jumped
and
up.
flung the card. My mom has a video.
Wait, but I realized what was up because I look up and I'm scanning the room, like thinking everyone's gonna be stoked for me. This is amazing. It's the best Christmas of my life.
It's a Christmas miracle.
And I see Mama O, Sarah and Daniel's mother, my mother-in-law, my lovely mother-in-law.
Shout out to Mama O.
Yeah, shout
The
out.
way you said lovely, dude. Oh, man, you leaned into that.
Lovely mother-in-law. She was sorry.
Put me in the will.
She was filming me with a smile on her face, and I was like, "This is all bullshit."
And in fact, it was all bullshit.
And it was, and that's when I really got.
And
to
we've been
know-
friends ever since.
You got the.
And
I
you
really
weren't
got to
close
know.
enough with the whole family to be like, "Fuck all you guys."
Nah,
Like,
nah,
no,
he
you
just sit
couldn't-
there and just
Take
take
it.
it.
Just
Yeah.
take it.
Honestly, I appreciate a great prank. I love a good prank.
Yeah.
And that it was brilliant. And the reason why it was brilliant is because of the nuance. If I had won any more than $2,500, I would have questioned everything.
Yeah.
Even $5,000, I would have been like, "This is too good to be." But $2,500, I was like,
It
"Man,
was
what
kind
is
of
like
believable.
one in every couple hundred people win $2,500? I don't know. Like that seems plausible."
All right, let's
Cuz
let
what
her
is
rip,
this
you
one?
guys.
Yeah,
I
let's
can't.
do it.
I can't wait.
Lots of $100 prizes in the holiday
And
100s.
if I win anything and I walk out,
We're looking
you
for
just
that
know.
present.
Oh man, that
Wow, this
sound
sound.
is so
sorry,
awesome.
folks at home.
No, I'm not. Like we're scratching to win
Well,
because we don't have enough
Reveal.
Patreons.
I just scratched and lost. Yeah, patrons, or should be patrons. If you're listening and you're not a patron, go ahead and
How
get
do you
on
know
that.
if you won?
You're looking for the present. It tells you if you get that present
No.
symbol.
That's it. It's
Oh,
just
I
a
did get a
present.
win. I won $1.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Merry
Is it
Christmas.
just if you get the present? Though?
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
a present
Yep.
that says win.
No, I didn't get nothing.
It's
Look,
$1.
the odds of break even are 1 in 4.87. So honestly, odds are we were gonna get that one.
Yeah,
So Quinn,
so
Were
Wait,
these
wait,
$1 lottery tickets?
You bet,
Okay,
man.
patrons,
I'm not made of money.
Please sign up. We'd like better.
You think I'm gonna be
lottery
buying
tickets.
those $5? You think I'm buying that, man? You think I'm going Powerball, Austin?
Yeah, Austin.
I mean, I would
get
like to
a-
think
My
so.
uncle always
We are the
buys
Chatham
us,
Rabbits.
Austin has.
It was in our rider.
champagne
Oh,
taste with a Budweiser.
What is with
budget.
the nice whiskey and the cheap lottery
That's
tickets?
a question that I would love to ask.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so I was a tour manager for a band. I did that for about 10 years, and
right.
I would have to advance the shows and talk to all the promoters and stuff, and I would send the writer and
Green
I bet-
M&Ms only.
I bet you were so great at that
oh
job.
dude, it
Chris.
was
I bet you loved it
oh,
too.
dude, loved
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You are
And-
the quintessential.
How much is
GM.
Hometown Holler paying you? Because
We kind of-
we might be able to.
Can you
up
have your
it.
CDL?
Yeah, poach him.
I mean, we could figure something out.
All
On
right.
live air.
But we would, the writer was expansive. And then with the promoter, it gave us wiggle room. They're like, well, we can do this. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, you can do that, but can you do this? Right? Give and take on some stuff.
Sure.
But we gave our wish list. What is on Chatham Rabbits rider? Like,
Oysters on the house show.
No.
So-
Okay. Austin's gonna just keep.
what
joking
are
with
some
you.
goes? So I will say for the band that I worked with, one of the negotiables, one of the non-negotiables was we wanted a pair of socks for every band member.
What? At every show, a new one, like a new pair of socks.
So we would go on tour for like 3 or 4 weeks, and we're not really doing a lot of laundry. And so what they wanted was nice pairs of socks, and I was
That
like,
sounds
yeah,
like
yeah, I
a
want
waste,
socks.
like environmentally speaking.
Well, I didn't give a shit about the environment. I wanted to make sure the band
Austin,
played
that's
in good
not
socks.
Quinn's job
No.
to worry about that.
You know, the whiskey, the M&Ms, the drinks in the dressing room, like we can figure stuff out. But when you're on the road for 3 or 4 weeks, not doing laundry, right? Like, man, give me some. They wanted fresh socks.
That makes sense.
100%. I will say this isn't like an item, but like something that is very important to us and that you wouldn't think you have to specify, but you do, is a bathroom with a door that closes and locks.
That's
because
real.
constipation is a real thing on the
Also,
road.
good toilet paper.
Yeah,
is used.
like
None of that
Sarah's-
single
we've
ply.
had no.
That's
we've
real.
We've had to use coffee filters.
I have
before.
wiped
Oh,
my ass
man.
with a coffee filter, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I
not
tell you-
Scott's toilet paper.
no,
but
like a
real
literal,
coffee.
I can tell you, is a venue in Brooklyn, New York, and they would not.
Now we're name dropping.
No,
I'm
we don't
not
need to
going to
do
say
this.
the actual venue, but I said Brooklyn, New York, and I
If you know,
literally,
you know.
yeah, and I looked around, and this is a nice ass place, and I was literally
So many
like,
jokes we
I,
could make.
I know,
I
I
had explosive diarrhea, and I
seriously,
used
it was like a
God.
bridesmaid dress trying
Okay.
on. No, it wasn't, but seriously,
Guess
okay.
what came through that coffee filter?
We're done with this. We're done. We're moving on.
Okay,
We're done.
wait. I just want to say the pivotal learning experience for us with writers, because like when we started, we had no idea, and we got hired to open for a band, Steep Canyon Rangers, legendary North Carolina band, and we got to open for them like year one, and there was like 3,000 people there. They played with Steve Martin, all that kind of stuff, and they asked us at that venue for our writer, and we were like, we like cheese, we'll put some cheese on there, you know.
Crackers.
Yeah.
What the-
Cheese
No,
is an
I
easy
think it
one.
was like just cheese.
Okay.
It may not. I don't even remember the crackers. And we were next to the room with the Steep Canyon Rangers on the other side, and it was a huge room, like, I mean, bigger than probably our house now. And we walk in and we see they bought like an entire wheel of cheese. And there's nothing else, just on like a table. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, this is incredible. They fulfilled our rider. And we walked next door just to say hey to the Rangers and say like, thanks for having us. And there was like a taco bar, champagne. There was like 5
There was
different
like
types of champagne.
caviar.
We're doing this wrong.
They
honey.
were
Yeah, I
having
was
a
like-
Great Gatsby level party.
We-
Like there was like people like spraying
and we
champagne.
had just
and,
a roll of Gouda, and like
Yeah.
that
A
was
wheel of Gouda.
and
that
I was
was
like, this
So
is this is insane. Like what do I have to do to be like that?
So the point is, Quinn, to answer your question, it's less about what's on our rider. I mean, like physical items, and more of just like, is there a toilet with a room around it and the door closes and locks? Like that's kind of important.
And I assume the writer kind of changes,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, y'all go on tour as the duo.
Yeah.
And then you'll bring a full band sometimes,
Right. So our like setup can go from, well, I mean, we almost never do anything without our sound engineer / TM Nick. So it's 3 of us, but then it can scale all the way up. If we have everybody, photographer, merch seller, everything, it can be 10 to 11 people. So yeah.
Just make sure dinner's included.
That's right.
Every
when we
time.
can.
Yes.
When you can. No, that's what it is. Like, we want dinner. You can either order us DoorDash.
That sounds great, Quinn, but we're whores to the industry.
Well, so
that's just the reality.
Speaking of Christmas,
Yes.
you got a bunch of notes right there. I see
yeah.
scribbled out in your nice homeschool cursive handwriting.
Oh yeah, you know it.
What's on the list?
things?
Yeah,
Well,
is that your Christmas list?
Daniel, yeah, Santa baby.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
So Daniel
That's
told me
Austin's song.
That's right. Daniel told me that this was going to be a Christmas, holiday cheer episode, and so I just spent some time today and reflecting on all my favorite holiday memories. And there's a few like
I wonder if we got the same ones.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Well, I just want to hear what you got. Like,
okay, well, a big chunk of this is Grandpa's.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Oh,
Grandpa's.
boy, here we go. Quinn, buckle up.
Yeah.
So,
okay. You have come here to learn.
And so Grandpa is it
great
Dad's
grandfather? Dad's grandfather. So Sarah and I's
Okay.
great grandfather.
It's
born
where
1917.
It's the land that we live on now.
Yeah, and Daniel and I are very lucky because we were able to get to know pretty much all of our great grandparents.
Pretty well.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And so we would do Christmas Eve at my great grandfather's house. We called him Grandpa, and we would do Christmas Eve there every year. A few memories that I was just thinking of, Daniel, were obviously the food.
The food was great.
I just remember bell peppers.
And I'm going to be
dipped
honest,
in mayo,
folks. I know we're not talking politics, but the further right you go on the political spectrum, the better the Christmas food.
100%.
That is just no.
Except for coffee, you want a liberal making your coffee.
You want if you want a Bernie voter, a Bernie bro with your coffee.
Definitely.
Right. But if you're going to Christmas or Thanksgiving, I'm looking for that red slate.
I want
Definitely.
Ted Cruz's meemaw.
That's right.
Making my pineapple casserole.
I'm just being honest.
I agree completely.
That's the
And-
challenge.
Ritz crackers.
Oh yeah, so it's pineapple.
yes.
I wrote down.
The bell
The
peppers,
cheddar
with mayo.
cheese
Yeah.
that isn't even melted. It's like
Yes,
still
it's
in the
just on
bag.
top.
Oh.
Yeah, I wrote down bell peppers and mayo, which is awful, but I do love the pineapple casserole.
The pineapple
I love
casserole
that
is
with the Ritz.
excellent.
Bell peppers and mayo?
Yeah, don't knock it till you try it. Apparently,
Like, would you dip it?
Just like you quarter a bell pepper. You
Yep.
take out the seeds, and then it's just an open Duke's.
Dukes,
Or, I mean, Duke's probably,
Dukes.
or like the Walmart brand
God, you
of
can dip it
mayo.
right in the Dukes.
Just, yeah.
Guys.
So that was a thing.
Our audience doesn't like this.
The
I know.
other thing
It's so good.
the other thing I thought of, this is more just related to just me, but Daniel remembers we would all play these games after we would eat.
the reindeer games.
The reindeer games. We go into the living room where the couch was literally covered
Go
in
in that
plastic.
room once a year.
Who's orchestrating the games? Is it Mama
Aunt
or is it
Denise.
Grandpa?
And Denise and Tula might
Aunt
have had something to
Tula.
do with it.
Tula
Yeah.
is our
Tula's a legend.
our
Tula's awesome.
84-year-old
Yeah.
great aunt who
Her
I hang
canned
out with.
goods.
She can. It's
She's a
amazing.
badass.
Yeah.
So they would, after dinner, round the children
Everybody
up and
get in a big circle.
Not just children, everybody.
Everybody.
Children ages 0 to 100. I mean, you're
Okay.
all, yeah.
And we would play games where it was like, listen to the song, and when the song stops, take a layer of the gift, like the wrapping paper
There's
off
like
the
12
gift.
layers of
Yeah.
wrapper on,
And then it'd be like,
Okay.
pass to the left, pass to the right. But
Cha-cha now, y'all.
yeah. One year, I
Charlie
unwrapped
Brown.
the.
Sorry.
To the left.
Okay. What'd you unwrap? Oh, no, I know what you're going to say.
No, you don't
Oh,
know
I
this
don't.
one.
Okay.
I unwrapped, which to me, as probably a 9-year-old girl who was obsessed with Burlington's Holly Hill Mall,
man.
I unwrapped the Golden Goose, which was a full-size container of Bath and Body Works Juniper Breeze hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
And that-
wasn't cucumber melon?
No, but
I saved up my allowance for months to buy my like high school girlfriend that.
cucumber melon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Juniper
that was
Breeze.
the thing.
Oh,
Yes.
it was the best.
But I used that Juniper Breeze hand sanitizer so much, I had to go to the doctor to treat my dry hands because they were split like the Sahara
but
Desert.
They smelled good.
They smelled
smelled
good,
great.
and there wasn't a germ in sight because I was like, I
High
mean,
school
You
boys.
smelled her before you saw
Yeah.
her.
The high
Hilarious.
school boys were all over you.
Yeah,
Even if your
for
hands were cracked.
yeah,
they were
that's
like,
right. No, but literally my hands looked like the clay on a hot summer day in summer. Like,
I didn't know hand sanitizer exists before COVID. And
oh
so,
no, you could go into Bath and
Bath
Body Works.
You can get anything you want.
There were barrels. If you were brave enough to dig around in that. You could.
Cesspool.
You might even be lucky to get like a sun-ripened raspberry.
Actually, I think my high school girlfriend's scent was sweet pea.
Okay.
Did you include the inevitable pair of XXXL lingerie that would be opened and somebody have to try it on?
Hardy hard.
Wait,
it was a hilarious.
I want to ask something. Is this correlated? Because one of the first times that I saw Christmas with this side of the family, they did like, I don't remember if it was like Dirty Santa or what, but somebody, and it was like always inevitably like Tula and her husband that would end up with like the like edible thong.
Yeah, it's always like Tim or Stephanie with the chocolate thong.
Tell me more. Wait, what was that? What happened?
Every year,
because I remember being in awe.
I don't know who supplied it, but every year, and
Lord,
it was a different one every year because somebody would take it home.
A Quaker family.
Well, most of us.
Quakers get down, dude.
Come
on now.
But I mean, that really has nothing to do with it.
Except in the bedroom.
So everybody knows how I talk, right? And my family definitely gets down. Like, we get down. We definitely are not bringing lingerie or
we're not talking about your family,
right? So I'm so perplexed about an edible thong from the Osborne's family.
It was just like this kinky little crazy.
It was a weird thing. It was kind of a meme.
Tula's husband would like smell it and be like, "Ooh."
And the thing was, it was
32% cacao.
Sarah mentioned
it was made out of like Smarties.
Sarah mentioned that there was the game where you go around and you unwrap the present, and it was like musical chairs with gifts, and there'd be different layers. But the thong was never in that. The thong was Dirty Santa. And the reason that was funny, well, the reason it was somebody, I don't know who, and to this day I don't know, and that's part of the lore. Like, I don't know who brought the edible thong.
Oh, that's
so
good.
Or the oversized pair of lingerie. I don't know who did that.
Was there an age limit to play this?
No, of course not. No.
Oh,
God,
so
I want to know
7-year-old Daniel.
But what was interesting, and I think part of why it had to be Dirty Santa, because you can only steal a gift twice. And so you wanted to see who not just opened that, but who stole it. Who walked across Nana and Papa's living room floor or Grandpa's floor before he died. Ooh, this took a turn.
And that leads me to my next point.
And kidnapped the chocolate thong from its original owner.
But who was the perpetrator?
We don't know.
To this day, we will never know. We will never know.
We don't know.
Can I say something? And like, I'm an outsider in the family, but I feel like it hasn't shown up in a while.
Well, because we don't
So
get
has-
together.
Also, you've been in
with
Wilmington.
No, but has somebody
come back,
been
buddy.
deceased? Like, was it someone from the older generation?
No, it's just life moves on, and now we
Austin,
don't.
it sounds like you got
I
your
think
I want to know who.
I'll tell you what it is, Austin. You just don't believe anymore. It's a Christmas spirit thing.
Wow.
If you just believe.
Wow, trigger warning.
Yeah.
It's real.
If you just believe.
If you just
believe.
What were you going to say? You were going to say something.
I was going to say
sibling
something.
harmony.
You said something about we did it at Nana and Papa's after Grandpa died.
Mm-hmm.
One of my earliest Christmas memories was actually arriving to Grandpa and Grandma's house
I know
while
where you're
Grandpa was dying, or
So
then
sad.
died.
God, this
Yes.
is sad.
He died?
No. Our
Grandma.
great-grandmother, Grandpa's wife, died on Christmas Eve.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
And I think I was 4 or 5.
No, you would have been 6 because I was 4.
6?
It was
Okay,
99, I believe.
Okay, I remember
It was
it
before the millennia. I know
quite
that.
vividly.
Oh, how was that?
And there were like
was
people, like the people from the funeral service, like taking her out, and I was just like, okay, time to eat the pineapple casserole. Like, what a weird thing.
Yeah, because you're 6 years old and you're like, feel. I mean,
it's real.
You're confronting.
And what happens to
But think about
the
that.
edible thong that year?
You're 6 years old, and you're simultaneously. It is, as Andy Williams would agree, the most wonderful time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You are. Just like on pins and needles for Santa, and confronting your mortality
for the first time.
For the first time at the same time.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? At that age, do you look to Santa for comfort in that moment?
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. So my grandpa didn't die on Christmas Eve, but I was getting ready to turn 6, and I remember when he passed away, went over to Mama's house and stuff.
Pawpaw?
It was Pawpaw who passed away, and like I went in the basement. I watched Power Rangers. My hairstylist came over, like his friend.
Your hairstylist?
Well, she
family hair.
The family, right? Like
Oh
it was
my
Janice.
gosh.
It was Janice. She was kin to the family too. She came over. She cut me a bowl cut in 1993.
Wow.
I was in like it was just a different experience. Like I knew he died. Mama's upstairs crying. The church family's there. I cried because Papa died. But then after I knew, I just like was moving along, right?
Christmas will go on.
Yeah. Like it was
Santa's coming, rain or shine.
And so it wasn't
Right.
Christmas, but 3 days later, it was my birthday.
Right.
Right.
Whoa.
So it was just it was weird.
It's
But
weird,
I feel you.
It's that
And
same...
as a kid, you don't like hold space for like a grief, so you're like, oh, this terrible thing happened. So, anyways,
I don't want to miss the next Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you're like, I still asked Santa for a Power Ranger.
But I'll tell you what,
is that still gonna happen?
I will say what was difficult. So Grandma died in '99, and I think that would have been a lot more traumatic for me as a 4-year-old if we had to change locations, because when Grandpa died, we couldn't go to his house anymore
because they sold it.
and that was hard for me. I was 13.
I can see now that I can resonate with.
because you got associations with that place,
It's
right?
place,
Things
dude. That's a
change
big
now.
deal.
Yes.
and that's hard.
Yeah.
The start of the Christmas season for me, the Christmas parade, Pleasant Garden
absolutely.
Christmas parade,
Absolutely.
which is my favorite. I like the Mebane one too, because the Mebane one's at night.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
special.
Dude, I met it on the way to the studio today. I met a guy at the ATM because I had to buy lottery tickets. I went in, didn't have cash. That debit thing didn't work, so I had to go to the ATM. I had to break a 20. The guy at the ATM, he and I got to talking about the Mebane parade. He got out there at 8 a.m. this morning to put up chairs so he could be in front of the bar, so he could go in, get his drinks, go back out to the parade.
You know what sucks about the
that.
Mebane?
What a
the Mebane
legend.
Parade?
Yeah.
So we're recording this the day of the
Day
Mebane
of. It's
parade.
happening as we speak.
Okay.
And
That guy is probably
they
3
didn't
drinks in
have
right now.
Yeah.
they didn't have school today. And since they didn't have school
Oh, no.
today,
Because of what? The rain? What's wrong with North Carolina?
I know.
Tim Buckley said it was going to be, an inch of snow.
Timothy Buckley.
And
Who's TB?
I actually don't know if that's his full name, but
I don't know. It's
The
a
Oracle.
weather guy, right? So
That's the best job. You
They
never know if
canceled
you're right.
schools yesterday. The high school marching bands could not participate today because it's a school-sanctioned event, and they put a thing out saying
I don't like that.
Right, I didn't like that either.
That's
I'm like,
lame.
let them do it, because Mebane's parade is at night. It's the only night parade in Alamance County.
and that's what makes it so good.
Yeah, it is. They get to do grand parade tomorrow during the day.
Mm-hmm.
but they
That's a
don't
bummer for
it's
those
a
kids.
total bummer.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's a
That's
total-
bureaucracy at its worst.
Yeah, that's when it's not working.
Uh-oh, we're going dark again.
No, we're switching.
So the Pleasant Garden Christmas
Okay,
parade.
Thanks, Austin. Thanks.
Yeah, that's close. What you got? on
Yeah,
your notes
okay.
About it? 'Cause
Pleasant
you-
Garden
yeah,
Christmas Parade. I have a vivid memory of a woman. Well, let me back up. We would do this. We would watch the Christmas parade from our grandmother / great aunt Mary Bess's front yard.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, in downtown.
Great Aunt Mary Bess, born in 1897, died in
And-
2002.
Yes, that's
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
So-
Also,
Weird.
quick little plug. We have a song written about her
Oh, we
called
should've
Foot in
played.
My Bed.
Yep.
Check it out.
Foot in my bed. But we would sit in her front yard / my grandmother's front yard and watch this parade. And when I was very young, I remember the lady coming down the road in the parade, and she was standing with one leg on one horse and one leg on the other horse.
What?
And-
You had
yeah.
never seen anything like
No,
that.
and and she didn't have a helmet
Like
on.
were
She
the
had a
two horses in
leotard.
the middle, or
Yeah,
the two
like
horses on
one-
the outside?
No, like and I'm trying to describe.
She's like riding the horses like Aquaman rides dolphins.
Yes, like
you know?
dolphins.
The original
Yeah,
superhero.
And I just thought
Right.
to her, like, that is the most stupid thing
Oh, you were
could ever
judgmental.
do.
You
I
weren't,
was
like, inspired?
No.
Because
Do
you know
think-
how to ride a horse.
Do you think
That's homeschooled
6-year-old
nature
Yeah.
right there.
I mean,
When
You
you
were-
go to public school, you look at that and you're like, oh my God.
No,
it's
no.
it's
that is an
Public
OSHA
School Unite.
As an
Austin.
OSHA violation.
I actually
violation.
didn't go to public school.
That is counter to the regulations of the American Equine Association.
Yeah, I didn't like that. So I just remember being super
I'm in
judgmental
4-H.
and like so concerned and like not like that kind of ruining the parade because of the safety issue for me.
That's because I remember
Hopefully, it was
that,
at the end.
I remember the ponies. I remember the horses, but like I honestly, I just thought it was really cool. What I remember most, if I were to think back about the Pleasant Garden Christmas Parade, is how every year they would the Guilford County Sheriff's Department would allocate resources to tracking and detaining the Grinch. and they would have the Grinch like
Sarah detained him
in cuffs, like in a like jail cell, and they would. And honestly, in hindsight, so messed up. They like paraded him around.
They're like, look what
like
we
a
can
trophy
do.
of war. Like
Sarah's
that's like some
grandmother,
ancient Rome shit.
Nancy Joe, detained him, shaved his ass, and made a sweater.
Made a
out of
sweater.
him.
But
How
yeah,
did she catch
in
him?
hindsight, I'm like,
Pleasant Garden.
wow, like we're just parade, like what is, and honestly, I do want to do this tangent, how the Grinch stole Christmas, right? I don't think the Grinch is the bad guy.
His heart grew. He changed, right?
He did change.
Isn't that all we can ask of people now?
Yes,
If
but,
you
but
watch-
the Who's sucked.
The Who, that's what I'm saying. If you watch it, the Who's are a fascistic, autocratic society with a cult around Christmas. It is not a democracy, from my understanding.
Oh, you went deeper than I thought. They were just mean to him.
Yeah, well, that's the way they justify their regime is by demonizing, persecuting the other, the
And
Grinch.
the ostracizing,
Correct.
putting him in this
deep.
other
I've never
location.
thought about
Yeah,
this before.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and look, did the Grinch do some bad things? Yes, but like hurt people, right?
100%.
So anyway,
Do we know his backstory though? Like, why was the Grinch hurt?
well, it depends on if
Watch
you.
the Halloween special of the Grinch.
It depends.
No.
Well, so this is a whole other thing. It
No
depends if you
shit.
believe the Jim Carrey thing is canon, then you got the backstory
Okay.
there. But there is a Halloween special, which some people say is a prequel. I think it's really concerning to think about it as a prequel because if it is in fact a prequel, the Grinch does some horrible things, and then if it's a prequel, essentially, Max runs away at the end of that prequel. So how does he come back to the Grinch? Is there like some like toxic?
Because dogs are
codependent-
loyal.
I guess I don't know.
He's
I
a wiener dog,
I prefer not to
he
think
had
about
a
it.
chip in him.
Prefer not to
guys.
think about it.
I mean, that's just how it goes.
Anyway,
This is, okay.
But the Guilford County Sheriff's Department would arrest
That's
the
how
Grinch.
they chose to spend their money,
Yes.
and now they're choosing to spend their money. The Greensboro Police Department. I don't know. If
I haven't
you've
heard about
seen-
this. Is this-
Their social media presence is on
Awesome.
fire.
Is it good?
But that's definitely
and
where
so-
they're
so I wa-
spending.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
So we have, I'm a local elected official, and we have been talking about how do we market as a town,
As a
right?
municipality, yeah.
And there's some council members that are like, we need to have a singular voice that just is speaking for the town about anything. And I was like, well, I think some departments need to have it. For instance, the police department, the fire department, and then the town in of itself.
Yeah, those are all distinctive flavors of Elon.
Right,
Yeah, no,
right. I think
yeah.
they because I don't think if you hired a public information officer that they are going to be able to speak police language or
Sure.
fire department language. And I brought up the Greensboro Police Department. I was like,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Like I
I gotta
love
check
it.
this out.
Yeah.
They are engaging, they are funny, which brings more people to follow you. So when there is a important notice to go out, there are people to do
Get it out.
And man, some of my board members were like, they're super unprofessional. I hate it.
No,
No.
it is incredible. I also think
It's
like
incredible.
Greensboro is like, we don't live in Greensboro proper, but that is where we go to everything.
When you need to go to the big city,
Right.
that's where you go.
And
I mean,
The
until the
big
Buc-ee's
city.
gets built in Elon, which
That's
I think it's
well,
Mebane.
it's Mebane.
It's
Is it
Mebane.
But it's
Mebane?
still Elements County.
when you said that, I immediately thought, how can we use the beaver of Buc-ee's to help market anything that we want to, including the
I don't know.
hometown.
We just call him Bucky. He's not the beaver, but he's just Bucky.
He's
Oh,
just
It's
Bucky.
we just
Dude,
yeah.
The
I'm
Who
not
down
telling
in
you, dude.
Whoville.
I'm
If
planning
you
on
if you wanna market anything,
Call it the Beaver. I'm gonna.
no.
Oh,
Okay, that's not what I was saying.
oh, I thought that's what you were going
Quinn,
with.
just to bring this back
Bring
home.
it back
Christmas
home. Yeah.
tradition.
I do think, as someone that loves Greensboro and goes to Greensboro often, what it has done for the city has been really fun. And I rolled down my window when I rolled up to a stoplight next to a cop. I rolled down my window and I was like, "I love your Facebook," and he was like, "Yeah, like
It's so good."
It's
And then
so
she
good.
didn't get a ticket.
Well, and what I think what makes it really cool is because there is a stigma nowadays, right, with the police, right? That we had this whole like defund police, F the police.
Things got weird.
Things got
Yeah.
weird with the police. And this was a thing, like, even if you feel like policing needs to be done better,
Yep.
this is still like everybody enjoys this. Like you're funny. This brings
we can all
some
get behind
humor
it.
to it. Yes,
Yeah.
we can
It's
all get behind
relatability,
it.
but like on a serious level, it really is engaging. And so if there is like a threat or some like a public service announcement, more people are likely to see it.
No doubt.
So
no
I think
doubt.
that's cool.
At the end of the Christmas parade,
Yes.
because they're throwing out candy, and we would have like all kinds of family.
Like Michael Scott style, they're like $100,000.
Yeah, well, the candy was pretty good. I mean,
It was
I mean, occasionally you would get like those, which I kind of liked at the time, the strawberry candies that are wrapped in the strawberry wrapper to look like a strawberry.
So Spotify just did their rap about ages. Right, like what age are you with your listening? And Daniel, your candy plus your music age definitely shows.
Oh, it's 81. 81.
Octogenarian.
Yeah.
Wrapped strawberry candy.
I don't like them anymore, but as a kid, I mean, look, it had sugar in it. I loved it. I was like,
the middle was kind of
these
soft.
two, they like healthy food. They like gravitate towards like salad. They like feel like, oh, I haven't had enough greens.
But the thing is.
You do. That was shocking to me. But I've never felt like that in my life.
Likewise.
I was like, had enough greens. Sarah's like, you need a smoothie. Like, I'm craving this. I'm like,
bro, I want Biscuitville right now.
I was like, I'm craving another Bojangles Supremes meal.
Right.
After I had one yesterday and 3 days ago. And like, what?
We'll go out to eat or have something.
What does this even mean?
And he's like, I'm going on a 30-day detox. I'm like,
I've never said that. I've never said that.
I'm going on a dry whatever.
We get home from tour and I'm like, I'm ready to order pizza. And Sarah's like, we've been eating like shit. I've got to have some greens. I'm like, gotta have some greens.
Yeah,
I've never felt that
understand.
Before.
This is
amazing.
You don't understand.
But they look way better than us. We are definitely thicker than the two Osborns
at
the table.
I got my blood work back yesterday and it was a no-go.
I tried glyceride.
Can I just put this out there on the air? Daniel, you promised me as my brother-in-law, Sarah's second husband is going to be cool. And no, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Do you promise me that he will not take the family land? I've worked too hard.
This is an off-air conversation, Austin.
Okay.
All I'm trying to say is that
I want my Sarah's next husband to be awesome.
Okay, you don't have any say because you'll be 6 feet under.
But I have say because all of Sarah's marital decisions. I mean, how do you think you got here, Austin?
Yeah, that's right.
The buck stops with
honestly.
me.
When I met you guys,
we call him Daniel Dowry Ayers.
I'm gonna bring this back to the first. Christmas. So I get there, I'm like, I'm spending 10 days unbeknownst to the family, and I surprise you. You're like, oh, it's so great that
that was funny
here.
because the length of your stay was totally open ended.
It was, and I was like, I'm staying.
You might as well just moved in. Yeah.
I'm only telling on this on air because we would never do this again, and we were safe.
Oh my gosh!
What the hell?
We would never do this again.
I genuinely, folks, I have no idea.
Me neither.
Where this is going.
Turn the volume up.
Okay.
This is 2014, by the way.
Yeah.
I am
like
a
little
sophomore
kids.
in college.
Yeah.
I am 19. Yeah.
So I come. I'm like, I'm dating Sarah. This is gonna be beautiful. She was with her exchange student, having her own time, and I was like, oh, but her brother's really cool. This is awesome. I'm gonna get to know him. And so I believe we went out and we bought some lottery tickets together.
This tracks.
We went out, it was like a whole date night. We like bought our lottery tickets.
Yep.
We got some American spirits.
Yep. This tracks. Yeah, the tracks.
Okay.
We got some American
Did we
Spirits
also get
Blue
some
Label.
of the Natty Greens buckshot? I feel like I remember bringing that somewhere.
And we headed out to the barn to listen to some Lana Del Rey.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yep.
We smoked.
Ultraviolence had just come out.
It just came out, and we were in awe of this.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know each other. Anyways, we smoked American Spirits, listened to Lana Del Rey, laid on our backs, looked up at the top of the barn, looked up at the stars, and we're like, this is beautiful. And we shared a bottle of Old Forester. And I remember you had a small amount because you probably had a bunch of greens. And
a fragile
like,
constitution. Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm
man,
a sickly child.
I'm like, I'm down to split this bottle at the very least, but it's going to get drunk by the end of the night.
These Supremes can absorb.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Supremes are good. So I drank most of it. We go back into the house next to the wood stove. It's cozy. I'm like, oh my God, this is paradise. And I like pass out by the wood stove. Daniel leaves me.
Yeah, I'm out.
In my not even in-laws yet, new house.
And your girlfriend's parents' house.
My girlfriend's parents' house on the first Christmas, and I'm like passed out by the wood stove. And Sarah comes down and she like rubs me back and she's like, "Hey babe, what's going on down here?
Are you all right?"
I'm by myself and I was like,
I love your brother.
Your brother's my true love. And I was like, yep, I'm never doing this again, and I haven't since.
Where is that on Christmas? Is it like Christmas Eve, Christmas
No, that was
Day?
after Christmas. That was in that nebulous black hole between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, it was
There is
lonely.
no
It
time.
was a lonely time.
There is no meaning. Like we are all just searching for our next dopamine hit to just give us some direction in life.
Totally.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask
Anyways.
a question about going to Christmas tradition and Santa.
Yeah.
What did Santa bring in y'all's stockings? Like what was stocking stuff?
We always had some healthy clementines.
I was gonna say we had citrus.
Are you kidding me? Sugar.
They don't have enough
The first
green.
thought I had was sugar daddies.
We did
Right,
Christmas
I
like
had
it was like the
Reese's cups.
1890s.
Okay,
Saint
we-
Nicholas would bring us a candy cane
in a little spool of thread
God,
to
Santa
darn our
hated you.
socks.
a licorice.
That's worse
the
than a
latest-
lump of coal.
A
the
little
latest-
tin cup.
At least there were homeschool kids that got to watch Harry
And one of those
Potter.
wheels that you hit with a stick, you know,
I got a corn husk doll. Okay, y'all.
A note for the
and a
fair.
letter
I
from
think-
Laura Ingalls.
I just peed a little bit laughing about the corn husk doll.
God.
No,
Because it's
literally,
real,
I
right?
need to like get some
No,
old-fashioned
so I'll
panty
I'll
liners
tell-
over here.
Wow. That is insane.
I'm gonna speak for both of us on this one.
Okay.
Clementine. There was like classic some assorted nuts.
Yeah.
We also got
What's
like
classic
A
about
whole
that?
pecan, and we'd
we
sit
also
there
got
A whole
Oh my god, dude.
just crushing those nuts.
You actually use the nutcracker.
Yeah, we
for
actually use the
intended
nut- yeah,
purpose.
it's
None
true.
of it.
Y'all, this
Uh-huh.
also, Daniel and I are like actually offended by how much y'all
I
are
was gonna
making
say
fun
you
of our
guys
childhood.
are profaning a sacred
y'all.
subject. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
This
man.
is
So,
unbelievable.
Man, I
it's
got-
worse than I thought.
but the thing is, and this is important to understand about our family Christmases. Our parents, because they wanted to like teach us a lesson and about like building character and delayed gratification, they did start wrapping gifts, and on the gift you would have the name of the child recipient. Sarah Daniel Will, and then you would have the time of day at which you were allowed to open that
What?
present.
Wow.
What?
Because as my mom said at one point, she just
Time
told
of
us,
day?
I know, because we would record things on the camcorder, and you would go back and watch it to like reminisce about Christmas, and we began realizing that those videos began at about 6:55 a.m. when we came down the stairs, and they ended about 7:01. 6 minutes, and you're done with Christmas.
So like your
So our
your
parents-
present said Daniel Oz
4
Daniel.
p.m.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Jesus.
And the real
That's hellacious.
here's the kicker.
That's
Here's
sinister.
the kicker. You're opening gifts throughout the day. I'm so sorry, Mom, for what I'm about to say. You're opening gifts throughout the day, and she probably knows what I'm gonna say. And you're thinking, well, okay, that one was okay, but I'm really hoping the next. I mean, it's
I know
like
what you're
it's
gonna
like slot
say.
machines, right?
I know exactly what you're
and
gonna say.
and it was the Christmas of 2008, and I had just turned 13, and the Xbox 360 is hot. Halo 3 is all the rage. Star Wars Episode 3 has been out about 3 years at this point.
And
They're
Glenn Bounds has one that you
oh
wish you could.
man, all my homeschool. So
But can I say, as a Quaker parent, do you think Halo is something you would buy for your child? As like a pacifist? I mean, come on. That's like one step away from Grand Theft Auto.
I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting Halo,
But at least the
at least,
Xbox.
so we get to that last. It's like 9 p.m. It's like bedtime, and I got one gift.
And that box looks awfully similar.
And,
Oh,
the,
so-
and,
so
and this
Christmas-
box is the
Christmas
dimensions.
Day is
Yeah,
the whole
the
day.
whole day.
Turns
The
out
whole
it's like
day. Christmas Day is a
on.
day. It is a full day. And the last gift, and this is what I mean, like I've gotten some cool stuff, and like I'm an entitled first world piece of shit. Like I'm, I'm materialist, and I just want more. Like
You got clementines. In
I
your
have
stocking.
suckled at the teat of capitalism.
I actually
so
feel bad for you.
so the last gift is exactly what I want. It is the dimensions and the weight, and it is either Halo 3 for an Xbox, which maybe my brother will get. Like we don't have the Xbox yet, so I got to figure out where that's coming from. It's either Halo 3 or Battlefield 1942. And then I open it, and my mom had out of the goodness of her heart, watched me throughout the year and realized that I enjoyed making biscuits.
God, that is the ultimate
and had
disappointment.
somehow, unbeknownst to her, had purchased and a biscuit cutter, but unbeknownst to her, I'd put it in a container.
Oh my God!
Perfectly. Maybe she knew what she was doing.
This is horrible.
Maybe, and honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was perfectly calculated to teach me that lesson. She put it in the container that replicated the gift I most wanted, and so I opened it. Now I'm like, this is it, and I open it, and there's a biscuit cutter, and there are very few times that I've been truly at a loss for words. And here's the thing. It wasn't like it was.
I would too.
But when I say biscuit cutter,
Clementines and biscuits, dude.
When I say biscuit cutter, let me explain to you. It is a piece of tin that has been fashioned in a circle. It is not a cool shape. It is nothing. It is a piece
circle.
It is a piece of like roof tin
He
that has
could
been
have
cut in a
gone
circle.
to the Alamance County landfill and found something
I
better
could
to
have gone,
cut a damn biscuit
absolutely.
with. Daniel, this story,
Love you, Mom. Thank you
this
so
story
much.
is
You
so
built a lot of character.
funny. But what I thought you were going to
Wow.
say is when Mom gifted you a
Oh no, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Okay.
a broken accordion.
Oh, okay, no, okay. So real quick. I told this story.
What
I
is
told this story at
happening?
Charles' house recently. Because when I started getting into music at like 16, I bought a harmonica and a fiddle, and I was doing all that. I didn't have an accordion, and I really wanted to play an accordion.
Because every musician needs an accordion.
Man, you don't understand the hours we spent around the piano
Yeah.
trying to do a quasi John Lennon meets Sarah Bareilles, some sort of mashup.
There are still videos out there on Facebook from like 2009 that I
Don't.
wish I shouldn't
Okay,
say.
let's delete.
So on Christmas, this Christmas, I actually got what I wanted. I got an accordion. That's what I wanted. Critter Fuquay from Okra Medicine Show played an
Can
accordion.
I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you saw the box,
Yeah.
that accordion might have been.
Oh.
in,
Expectations were low.
Did you think, like,
Biscuit cutter.
This is a giant biscuit cutter. So I opened and it was a really nice vintage accordion, I think from the 1950s.
Wow.
And I had taken piano lessons, so I kind of knew, what to do with keys. And then I like squeezed it one time, and it sounded god awful. But look, I've never played an accordion, so this is probably my fault, right?
Yeah,
So I
use your error.
spent the next several months in the room with like a teach yourself accordion book. My parents made me close the door because it sounded so bad, trying to figure out accordion, and I could not figure it out. So finally, I went to college, and I came home one year, and I was like, I got to make room for my stuff. Can we sell the accordion? And my mom was like, it's your accordion. If you sell it, if you go to Craigslist or whatever, and you get rid of it, you can keep the money. Great, I'll do that. So I sold it. There was a Mexican fellow who was needed it for church. That was their accompaniment and this guy like knew accordions.
Yeah.
Like he was not me. He was not a noob. And we met at like a Walmart parking lot. I think it was like the one on Huffman Mill Road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I gave him the accordion, and I was excited because I had never heard it sound good.
And you were like, "This is a 1950s."
And I'm like,
accordion.
man, like I'm setting you up.
It's
and,
in mint condition.
And this guy again, like he knew accordions. And so, and he like looked it over and was excited. He like strapped it on, and of course he's gonna play it before he buys it.
Sure.
And he squeezes it, and it sounds as bad as it ever sounded.
and
his face is like, what the hell? And he put out like some multi-tool. He opened it up. There was like a hole in the accordion.
Oh,
There was like something that was like supposed to regulate the passage of air. That thing looked like somebody put a fist through it.
It was
he
gone.
opened it and it just clementines fell out.
I was right.
It was just a vestibule for clementines all along. Wow.
Good
Okay.
vocab word, vestibule.
I
That's
wanna
a triple
just-
word score.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
I want to just do the one little tidbit,
Yeah,
Daniel.
'cause we should-
before
we
I know
gotta
we
land
gotta
this, yeah.
we gotta land this plane, but this is one holiday memory that I think you may have forgotten about.
Oh boy, I'm ready, Sarah.
When Daniel was probably 8 or 9, making me 10 or 11, we had 3 pygmy goats that were pets.
Oh man, this is gonna be sad, isn't it?
No, it's funny.
Okay, cool.
Those are little people.
Little,
goats.
yeah, exactly, Quinn. These are very.
Yeah, now you're getting it, Quinn.
Yeah, totally.
Lord.
And these
The
goats were
epitome of
named
political correctness.
Darla,
You know what I
Alfalfa,
wanted to.
And Spanky.
Darla, Alfalfa, and Spanky. And on Christmas Day of whatever year this was, Alfalfa got a urethral blockage.
Yeah, he did.
And we had to call
Which
the
happens
vet
with goats.
How do you find that out though?
because they're straining to pee.
Yeah, they're like, help me.
What do they sound like? They're like,
But how do you know?
Exactly
how
how
do
you
you
think
know
they would
they're
sound.
they're
straining
just
to pee?
they're like just straining their little penises.
Don't they sound like humans screaming like little kids?
But seriously on
No,
this.
no, we're being serious. Like
No,
they're,
like,
they're,
they're
they
like
will let you
stretching
know
their
they're trying to
legs out,
pee
they're
and they're not
trying to pee.
peeing.
And so we
Okay.
called
Yeah,
the vet, and on Christmas Day of, let's say,
How graphic is this gonna get?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Let's say
okay,
Christmas
cool.
Day of 03. Mom and Dad make us all go out there when Paul Walker the livestock agent
Love
from
Paul
Alamance
Walker.
County comes out there and
I thought you were talking
snips
about him being on the dashboard.
snips the little tip of the little goat's wiener off.
Oh my
I said this wasn't going to be. Oh my God. I was like, this is going to be. Like, no, it'll be fine. I'm just going to talk about snipping wieners.
I'm like writhing in pain over
My
here.
version.
So when you're talking about snipping it,
don't
I'm
we don't
begging
need,
you,
No,
please.
no,
I'm
no.
gonna get up and leave.
I don't know what this is. Is it like
It's as simple as it sounds, Quinn.
No.
Can you say it slower this time?
No.
Imagine a pee-pee.
Okay, let him talk.
Is
let the man talk.
this like a goat circumcision? Is this the thing that like goats should always be done?
No.
Mm-mm.
This is
Okay.
because goats are not supposed to have copper, and like he was eating some sort of feed.
He's eating something he should have been eating.
Something they
and
should
there's
have been
like a
eating. It
mineral
makes
deposit.
like a calcium deposit right in the tip of the urethra. And on Christmas Day, my parents yet again on their homeschool voyage wanted us to experience this.
What a Christmas gift!
And so that was the Christmas miracle. But Alfalfa the goat did live to see another day.
There's the virgin birth and then the alfalfa circumcision.
You know,
Yeah.
like
it's
the two
really
Christmas
wild.
miracles.
Like memories are flooding back. Like I remember the first time I was like with your dad alone in the barn, and he was telling me how he like pulled out a rubber band, and he was like, "Do you know what this is for?" I was
Oh,
like, "No, I have
God.
no idea." And he's like,
All right.
"This is what I used to castrate the goats."
I used it to put
I
my
was
mail
like,
together,
"What?"
bro.
He's like, "Yeah, they just," and he explained it in full detail. He's like, "Yeah, I wrap it around them, they like die, and then they fall off."
Damn, where did I put them? I'm looking. We're gonna
Okay.
end. We're gonna end
With another song.
You got him.
Well, so we're landing the plane.
Yes,
so
let's do
here
it.
is a Little Debbie Christmas tree.
Wow.
Thank you.
And
This plane is sky high.
It is. It's sky high. It's not a clementine, so the Osborne
Just a
may
little
not-
bit at a time.
A little bit.
Hey Quinn, is this what you would get in your stocking? Because I've eaten many of these,
Many,
buddy.
many. And so I brought them in, and I told Daniel, like, we're gonna try these, right? We want to do a taste test.
This is childhood.
And a couple years ago, right, it was a thing where everybody was searching for them. They couldn't find them. They were not on the shelves. Like, everybody wanted a Little Debbie Christmas tree. And
I'm just gonna go ahead and say right now, it says best if used, not if consumed. Best if used. So if we're gonna use this,
This is my face mask.
best if used by December 20th, 2025. So we have,
Buckle
which I'm
up.
calling BS on that. These things are gonna be good till Jesus comes back.
And-
Can I ask you something?
These
What was
things
that
got-
goat's name that you were talking about?
Alfalfa.
This is for alfalfa.
This
I'm
is
just
for
gonna, I'm
alfalfa.
just gonna bite the tip.
It's got sodium aluminum phosphate.
Well, and Little Debbie, me growing up, when anybody asked, like my dad would be like, "Hey Quinn, you want a Little Debbie?" That meant a Swiss cake roll. That is what we're getting. That is what Little Debbie
oatmeal
meant,
cookies is
meant
what I
for us.
associate.
And Nutty Buddy, but it specifically meant the Swiss roll for you.
Swiss. If anybody
was
asked,
it.
"Do you want a Little Debbie?" That was a Swiss cake
Oh,
roll.
okay.
So I want us to leave tonight.
Oops, I already ate mine.
Trying these, and let's just see
Let's try, yeah.
where they stand. If you would rather have this or a clementine in your stocking.
The
Can I tell
smell
you
is
something?
very
It is
icing forward.
Amazing, like unbelievable, like moist, like
Oh, this is good.
like great grandma made this. You know what I mean?
I would take multiple bites of this.
So I'm gonna break it in the middle and try and get some of that middle.
I would say I really wish there was like some Malden sea salt on the top.
Jesus.
Good lord.
Salt
It's
would be good.
perfect.
You're right. A little
Kids.
salt on this.
Yeah, a little salt. A little salt, a little brown butter.
I can taste the PFAS.
Wow, you are from.
Austin, you're my people, bro.
The preservatives in this are like just preserving
Okay.
my organs.
I
as we
really
speak.
do like when you bite down. I love that you can like you're.
You get each part.
Yeah, you
yeah,
get
you can
like.
tell which part. Yeah, there's clearly
But-
the icing coating. There's a,
If you're a doomsday prepper, you have to have so many of these.
So for the record, though, so this was the $1 Little Debbie Christmas
Okay.
tree.
okay,
They had the $2.50
250.
Little Debbie Christmas
wow.
tree. And I had one a couple of weeks ago. It's like, oh, it's Christmas time. Everybody was talking about these. Haven't had one in a while. I like a zebra cake, right?
Yeah.
I like Swiss cake rolls. So I got one, and I was like, man, this shit sucks.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Like this
Why?
$1 one
Is
was,
better?
dude.
Different recipe?
I think it is because
Yeah.
the size.
It's
It's
the OG.
smaller.
Oh,
There's
man.
something about it. It was.
I'm gonna be
this one was
tapping
good.
into enjoying things like this because as we all know, K&W cafeteria is officially
Rip.
closed.
Yeah,
And, like-
That's a
RIP.
tragedy.
End of an era.
It is, and so
I almost choked to death at a K&W.
okay,
Put
that's
mustard-
On a piece of roast beef.
Put
That's-
mustard in your spaghetti.
I was like 13 after a soccer game,
Austin. This is for another
and it
day.
got down my gullet.
Okay.
Another
day,
That's
another
a true
podcast.
story.
Do we want to go around and say just favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
To wrap this up.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then you guys play a song for us, I hope.
That sounds great.
If we haven't already
Yeah, let's do
cashed
a
out all
real
our chips.
tearjerker.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's my alarm clock.
That's letting you know that it's time
Yeah,
to tell your Christmas song.
it says it's my favorite Christmas song reminder.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Daniel, why don't you hit us? Go first.
Oh man. Okay. So it's
favorite movie.
Oh, sorry. Favorite movie, right? Not favorite
That's
Christmas
right.
song. Sorry.
Yeah.
Favorite movie. I mean, Christmas Vacation.
I
think that's.
So
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation was not a movie. I love it now, right?
Yeah.
I have to watch it, but it was more of an adult growing into. But I was a Home Alone 2 kid.
Oh, I was gonna say Home Alone, dude.
Yeah. But
Really?
2,
One or two?
Home Alone 2 was
One.
the
I think. Yeah. The 2 one. I mean, it is. I mean, don't get me started on Home Alone 3. Gosh.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that.
We
I've
watched
never
all
even seen
4
two.
Home Alone.
Stop it 2. Stop it 2.
Yeah.
But
2
yeah,
was good,
one.
though?
Yeah, 2. No, I mean, it's got Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
Two, like I loved 1. 2 was definitely more of like Macaulay knew what he was doing, like Kevin knew
He
how
had
to
practice.
handle stuff. Yeah, and so he had practice. He was ready to go.
Honestly, this is really, I don't know what this says about me, but when I was a kid, I really loved like the OG Scrooge movie.
Yeah.
That's a good.
What
like the
is it
Muppets?
called?
Not
the
Scrooge.
I mean, a
Muppets.
Christmas story.
Or Christmas Carol.
The Christmas
Or
Carol.
Christmas
But which
Carol.
one? The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Muppets?
Not the Muppets, the real life acted one with
Oh.
like little tiny Tim
With
with
Patrick
the crutch.
Stewart?
Was it Patrick
It's-
Stewart?
I'm a Christmas Carol aficionado. I don't want to. This is a whole other episode, but
Daniel
Was it
did
Patrick
play
Stewart?
Tiny Tim in.
The one where they like get the goose and he's like,
in TNT, if it's a TNT one, it's Patrick Stewart.
okay,
I think that's what
probably
he's
so.
talking about.
Really, really
I
good.
love
It's a great
Jean-Luc.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I want a Christmas goose, and my
God
parents were
bless
like,
us,
no.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah. My parents were like, we're not eating goose, and I was like, that's all I want for
It's actually,
Christmas.
it's actually,
and I've written
it's-
this to Santa.
So people get this wrong. It's actually a turkey. If
Huh?
memory, I believe, if I've got to go back and see, I don't.
no, they're
I-
poor and they
I
get the
don't-
goose.
Oh, you think about the Cratchits?
The Cratchits.
I think, yeah, because
I wanted the goose.
Because Scrooge
dude.
wakes up and he like finds a boy in the street and is like, "Go buy the big bird." And I think
that's later.
I think it's a turkey and it's usually confused as a goose or maybe the other way around or something. But yeah, that's Christmas Carol's awesome.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
You, what's your?
I would definitely have to go with what you said in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Are you serious, Clark?
Yeah, I just love like my
it's so
favorite
good.
line. I use it all the time. Is like, "She'll see it later, Clark. Her eyes are frozen."
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, like
Merry Christmas. Shitter's full.
or like when it's like, "Can't see the line, can you, Russ?" Like
No,
that.
yeah. It's such a quotable movie. It's such a quotable movie.
It's just, and I love like all of our memories watching it with mom and dad and just laughing about it and some stuff going over my head, like the girl in the bathing suit coming out of the pool and how
Right.
it cuts.
Why is this funny?
Why is that
Why
funny?
is it cutting right before her
yeah,
boobs?
why?
I don't get it.
Yeah, like and like it. Man, I just love it. I love it so much.
Well, this has been super fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming.
Thanks
Oh my
for
out.
having
God.
us.
My face hurts from laughing and
We love what y'all are doing.
That's
Yeah.
the holler magic.
Well, and likewise, and from the outside looking in, like this has been really cool to see Daniel and Sarah
Aw.
just talk
and
about.
Austin.
Does it explain
Well,
a lot?
It does. Well,
Does this
Austin,
make more
you're later
sense?
on. It does. Like there's a lot of similarities, and it's really cool, right? Like you're succeeding in doing what you're doing for a living, and
And I'm
Daniel,
doing.
You're
I'm doing things too.
No, but-
I'm serious, Daniel. We're really proud of you.
we really are.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
y'all are crushing it, and I am very grateful for this fun time together. And I am like, it is not a given that you love hanging out with your siblings, and
True.
we are very
No
grateful
doubt.
that
No doubt.
Daniel and I and our younger brother are
Still on speaking terms.
We are still on speaking terms
As
and
of this
more-
recording.
Yeah,
That's real.
We're really tight, and that is like just such a gift. So
Well, this is officially the longest episode I think we've done.
I'm
but,
so
but-
sorry.
But for good reason. But for good reason.
And can you play us out?
Yeah,
We
would y'all play
can.
us out? All right. Well,
All right. Cheers,
folks,
y'all.
happy holidays.
All right, y'all, we're going to play you one more tune before we wrap everything up tonight. But this is a song off of our 2025 release. And this is a song that is really important to me because I think it's about a topic that is super relevant to a lot of people of our generation especially, or anyone that is in the camp of loving multiple things at one time and having multiple things of great importance. And what I wrote this song about is from a place of like wanting to have a family one day, but also deeply valuing our independence and thinking about all of the societal and political factors that go into deciding to have a kid. And take from this what you will, and this is called Collateral Damage.
1, 2, 3.
So much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.